Can I take him home and put him in my gopher holes?
Yeah, if you want. Get the bucket, Ron! Oh no.
What's up guys, John Osumi, Motion Shooter Photography, coming at you again with another video. We are headed out to Lake Casitas to go to Campground M this time. So I am going to show you around the campground, looking to do some birding and some cooking. First things first, stopping by the park store, grabbing some firewood so I don't have to make a trip once we get back. Here we are, Mallard Camp 7, M7. Now it's kind of cool up in here. The campsites are all terraced, so you're not on the same level, so it gives you a sense of a little bit of privacy. One picnic table and one fire circle. All set up in Campground M. And I think we got a pretty good spot. Right off the bat, one of the things I first noticed is that we had some fantastic wildlife photographic opportunities right from our campsite. We ran out of butane. We have to go eat dinner. I'm not going to eat dinner here like I thought I was going to. So we're going to go to the restaurant on the other side of the lake, eat dinner, and then pick up some butane at the store, and then come back. Teppanyaki tomorrow. So now we're on plan C. The restaurant was closed. We drove into Ojai, which is about 15 minutes away, going to Fresh Grill, which is a place we know well. I'm going for a pollo asada burrito. What are you going to get?
I don't know yet.
She doesn't know yet. Note to self, next time bring tripod when you're going to shoot light to dark time lapse, so you don't keep on knocking the camera. So rather quickly, I really got into making the morning coffee, sitting in my chair with my camera in my hand, and capturing the wildlife that was right there in front of me doing their morning thing. In the background, you can hear the mockingbird, which sang all day and all night. Plenty of cottontail rabbits, and the California quail was seen frequently during the feeding times in the morning and evening. Lake conditions were normal for what I would consider. Glassy in the morning with heavy marine layer, and then the wind picks up a little bit more in the afternoon with more chop. You'll see most of the fishermen out during the early morning hours. Just in the campground right here, we were able to see an oriole up in that tree. I think we saw an oriole over in that tree there. And then we had a couple bush tits or titmouses come through here. We'll have to check and see later. A lot of towhees coming down around here. Scrub jay flying back and forth here to there. So far some good sightings, but it's still kind of overcast, so I think we'll see more once we get some more sunlight. Now the cliff swallow is a California protected species, meaning once they get their nest established, you can't do anything about it until the fledglings are up and out. You'll see a lot of these in the under eaves of some of the buildings. The serenity of Lake Casitas in the morning hours is very nice. My wife and I just took that quick, less than a 5-minute walk from our campsite and just sat by the water. Now Lake Casitas is a drinking reservoir, so there is no body contact allowed with the water. And if you do have pets, you have to keep them on a leash and at least 50 feet from the shoreline. So we made it back to camp after sitting at the lake, powered up with some quick protein breakfast, and then we were going to head over to the eastern side of the lake to check out the Wadliegh Trail head. Now, of course, along the way, we happened to see that same mockingbird, so we just happened to get some footage of him. Okay, so this time we were around the eastern side of the lake, and we're going to go check out the Wadliegh Trail. So we're near the Wadliegh Trail head, and hoping to find some birds in this area. And then there's rumor that there was an eagle months ago up here. So the first part of the Wadliegh Trail was a really steep uphill for about 2 or 3 minutes, and now we're kind of on a long exposed path along the eastern shore of the lake, and we're going to head around, cross the levee, and then get to more cover. And this is the levee going around the eastern shore of the Wadliegh Trail. There's the lake over there, and that's Santa Ana Road up there. So we went around Wadliegh Creek, I think is what it's called, And we're getting into the part where it's a little more covered, a little more shades, and the relief from the sun will be nice. The thing most apparent being on this side of the lake is that you're away from the campground, so it's much, much quieter. We might have encountered only a few people along the way, so it's a great way to get some quiet if that's what you're looking for. Definitely stay on the trails to avoid the poison oak, and if you look across the lake, you can see just how far we are from the campgrounds. If you're looking to get away from the hustle and bustle of the camping side of the lake, this is definitely a better side to come to. It's much more rural. There's some places where you get some chaparral shade, and we've probably only run into maybe 4 people or 5 people in the last. All right, there's SpaceX over the lake. I guess it launched at 10:30 today. Next, there's part of the vapor. We're gonna pan up to
Very light.
there. Oh, I can't focus on it. I can't see.
It might be too light to see, but he's...
And even a few more sightings on the way back to camp. A bunch of starlings that made us feel like we were in the movie The Birds, and a lesser goldfinch showing us the way. And once back at camp, I think I would have to verify the scrub jay was our most frequent visitor of this trip. It's nice how the lake is getting slightly familiar, so we did run into the same red-tailed hawk that we had seen previously when we went up along the higher trails toward Camp K. I was impressed with this little guy's ability to hang on with his feet to the branches while he reached way out of his range with his hands to get food. That is our camp across the canyon. You can see my black Escape, and now you can't. So we can literally just sit here in our campsite, and there's a tree just right across to the next campsite, and different birds keep coming to it, so it's just nice to sit here with my camera and be able to capture things. And right now there's not a scrub jay on there, see? But right now there's a California towhee on that same tree. So with a full bottle of butane, teppanyaki is on. Got the hibachi vegetables, zucchini and carrots, hibachi chicken still cooking. I'm gonna add some sriracha hot sauce, and then we got fried rice that we started last night. After dinner, it's nice just to sit at the camp, take in the wildlife that's coming, and get ready for a campfire. So we did search for the eagle the entire time we were there. It's funny, we did not actually notice him until we were leaving and driving on Santa Ana Boulevard away, and there she was.